Can you hear the music? Is that, yeah, okay. Legos. Have you ever gone to the Lego World? Is that in San Diego? No. That would be interesting. Kind of related to that, I do want to go to the Super Mario World in Universal Studios. I've seen that, and that looks like what I used to play as a kid. That looks amazing. Legoland. I think I said Lego World. Excuse me. Forgive me for that one. All right, so Lavonda, thank you for joining us from South Carolina. Is that right? Playing outside. I was wondering what the outside was, but we all used to play outside. That was. Oh, we got two from South Carolina. Melissa and Lavonda from South Carolina. Welcome, welcome. Freeze tagged. Oh, I forgot about that one. I once got freeze tagged on an anthill on a pile of ants, but I was true to the game. I took it like a champ, which is not a good thing to do. And yeah, it was bad. They set me up. All right, if you're just joining us, we'd love for you to introduce yourself and let us know where you're joining us from, and then tell us what ways you used to play as a kid. And then Austin, you're from Carlmont High School. Belmont, where is Belmont near?
Oh, Belmont, California. It's just say, I think 20, 30 miles south of San Francisco.
Oh, okay. Very cool. I was kind of up in your neck of the woods. I was in like Mount Diablo area, Oakland, across the bridge, right? San Carlos, probably closer. I think that's where a friend of mine lives. I was over there. Oh, you live close to some woods, Stephen? I'm pretty jealous about that. That's pretty awesome. All right. If for those that are just joining us, we have a welcome question in the chat. Please introduce yourself. Where are you joining us from? And then what did you used to play as a kid? And Dr. M, where you said Legos. What else? Were there any other?
Yeah, I was all in the construction toys as much as I could get. Lego, K'NEX, Erector, good stuff.
Nice. Nice. Dr. Bashir, what about yourself? I want to introduce, well, first, Emily, Dr. Tomford, could you introduce yourself and then talk about your role in this awesome special Code and Play today?
Well, hi, everyone. My name's Dr. Emily Tomford. Everyone calls me M. My pronouns are she, her. Ed gave me the opportunity to put together a teen takeover for this month's Code and Play. So I have some of my current and former students coming to hang out with us, teach you what they're doing, and share their joy of coding and learning coding with you. So we have Austin. Say hi, Austin. There you go. We have Annette. There you go.
Hello.
And we have Sarah.
Hi.
Yay. And they're all coming from different places. They'll all have an opportunity to introduce themselves and what they're doing. And you should all hang out with them because they're awesome.
Nice. We're so excited to have such talented youth joining us. I'm super excited. And Austin, Annette, and Sarah, I'm going to give you a little chance to introduce yourself before you tell us about what you're going to be sharing in a little while. I do want to introduce Dr. Bashir, who's here on behalf of CSTA, which allows us to play with coding and have all kinds of fun. About twice per semester we do this thing. So can I hand it off to you, Dr. Bashir, and introduce yourself and tell us how you used to play?
Sure. So welcome everybody. Thank you all for coming and for being here. My name is Dr. Daquan Bashir. I'm a professional learning manager here at CSTA. And here tonight, I'm just gonna be a support, be in the background. If you have questions about anything, that's where you can reach out to me. But that's gonna be my role. The way I used to play, definitely ditto with the Legos. I'm working on the Lego typewriter right now, actually. So it's been pretty fun. We used to just run around. There was a game called High Water, Low Water. We have a rope, you jump over it and it keeps getting higher. It was like reverse limbo. So it was pretty fun.
That's awesome. I am gonna share my slides here, and thank you all for answering that question. Hold on. Can you all see the slides? Yep. So my name is Ed Campos. I live in Central California in a town called Tulare, which is about 45 minutes south of Fresno. Pretty much in the middle of California, this awesome state. And I'm blessed to be able to do some work with the Computer Science Teachers Association and have gotten to know Dr. M over the course of the last 3.5 years virtually, and then finally met in person, I think last year at a conference, which was awesome. So it shows the power of technology and computer science that allows us these tools to connect. And the way I used to play is I just played basketball like all the time. I grew up watching the Lakers, the Showtime Lakers, which was the greatest moment in basketball history to watch your team dominate with Magic Johnson and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And so I would watch the Lakers inside and then go shoot hoops outside of my house. And my friends would come and we just play ball outside of my house. We'd go to school early to play basketball all the time. And sometimes street baseball too. So there's some street baseball going on there. And I'm just gonna add, when I was younger, marbles. Did anybody play marbles where you had to like knock the
marbles and Hot Wheels girl.
Yeah. Who said that? I didn't hear that.
It's me, Sarah.
Sarah, all right. Sarah, marbles and Hot Wheels. I like that. Awesome. Okay, so we have a teen takeover right here. Can the teens throw your hands up right here? We have we got Annette, Austin, Sarah, and possibly Supriya, maybe. So, but we are super excited to have you all, and we get to code and play. What we're going to do today, let's talk a little bit about why we need to play more, because play is fun. You can learn a whole lot with play. There's actually like gamification and ways that, you know, we can play with the flexibility. The learning doesn't have to be super structured. I think I learned the most through play. And then we're gonna have a 2-minute drill where our teen takeover, teen takeover folks are gonna be telling you a little bit about what they're gonna share, and give you a chance to decide who you want, which room you want to go and play with. And, you know, feel free to like move around, or, you know, if you're like, hey, this is cool, I got this, I want to go to another one, that's cool. Nobody takes offense to anything, but we know that you're in for a treat no matter what room that you choose. And then the goal is to give you about really like 45 minutes to almost 60 minutes of playtime with these young, talented computer scientists, and then to create something, really get your hands on something, have a lot of fun in a relaxed, fun way, and then to come back out and share. We'll reconvene in the breakout in the main room, and then share what you did, what you learned. We'll do some screen sharing, have some fun, and then we'll talk about when the next one is. All right. So there's a lot of benefits to play, right? We play to relieve stress. It's all that social emotional learning that everyone talks about that we need more of. Especially over the last 3.5 years, we can stimulate our minds, we get creative, right? We can allow, with the freedom and the unstructuredness, I feel like that allows new ideas to come. It clears space for new ideas, right? And that's where the creativity comes from. You can learn to connect with people, right? Being able to play, you have to communicate. You have to make eye contact. There's all kinds of things. So you get connected, you feel connected, and you're a part of something. And then it just improves our social skills, and play can be healing. So I'm all about play. I played in the snow a little bit yesterday in Mount Diablo, so that was kind of cool. A lot of traffic though, which was a different kind of play. So we have 3 to 4 possibly breakout rooms for y'all to choose from. Silly sentences with Snap with Annette, Something Cool with Sarah, which is quite mysterious, if I might say. I like that. Don't give it all away, no spoiler alerts. Teachable Machine with Austin, and then Draw with Scratch with Supriya. And I hope I pronounced that right. So we're gonna have a 2-minute drill where the coaches, so we like to use the metaphor of play like you're on a team. And if you've ever seen like these recruitment, when they have National Signing Day and the coaches try to come to your house for the athletes to recruit, we're going to give you a scholarship. So these are our coaches right here. We have Annette, Austin, Sarah, and Supriya are the coaches, and they're going into your home because they're zoomed into your home right now. They're going to try and recruit you to put on the cap, the Annette cap, the Austin cap, the Sarah or the Supriya cap to choose to go and play in their room. So you're gonna have they're gonna have about 60 seconds, about a minute. I will be timing, and they're gonna tell you about their session. Actually, I'm gonna give you a little more time, so I'm gonna give you 2 minutes because I do want you to talk about, like, if you could introduce yourself first and then talk about what you play. Like, I really appreciate you all, you 3 to 4 being here for us. This is so awesome. So I'm gonna give you 2 minutes. All right, this has never been done before in Code and Play. We're doing unprecedented things. That's how it happens. 2 minutes, but I want you to tell our audience about yourself, a little bit about yourself, what grade you're in. So think about a minute on that, and then you have a minute to sell your session, right? How are you going to be playing? What type of grade level, maybe if you might know that your session might be appropriate for, and to try and convince them, right? And then they'll put the cap on. Does that make sense? All right. I love this group already. All right. Are we ready to get started? I think we're ready. Let's go. So I think we have up first. Let me move my Zoom screen around a little bit. We have Annette. Are you ready, Annette?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. I've got 2 minutes.
Oh my goodness.
And don't worry, people have gone over before. There's
Gotcha.
not really any penalty, but just please introduce yourself and tell us what you're going to be doing.
Awesome. Okay, so my name is Annette Henderson. I am a junior in high school. I go to Notre Dame Belmont, which is in California, kind of near Oakland, like how you were just saying you visited. And what I am planning for my little session is a coding game with Snap. Snap is kind of a block-based educational program that is really great for kids to learn about coding. It has a lot of creativity, and they can explore, create, and make anything depending on what they like and what they're passionate about. And so me specifically, I am gonna code a game or code a situation where you have a character and they are going to say silly sentences. So this is really great for any kids who are grade 4 and upwards. And it's great because it involves English. There are going to be lots of practice with verbs and pronouns and nouns. So it'll be also helping them with that skill. And then it kind of reminded me of ChatGPT, which is really popular right now. And so I thought it was fun. And very simple coding skills are needed. Personally, I think this is a great intro to coding and would be really accessible for kids. And it's also very fun. And there are also many ways you can customize it. As you can see, the one I made is a dolphin in the ocean, just because I am really passionate about dolphins and orcas, and they're my favorite animal. And so that's how I made it super customizable to me. And I can show you how to make it whatever you want, like however you want it to look like. So if you want to have fun and learn how to code on a pretty basic level, then you should come to my station. Thank you.
Awesome. I'm gonna give a round. Let's give a round of applause for Annette right there. Thank you right there. That's a great spiel. I don't know if you went over time or not because I forgot to set the timer. So I should have had ChatGPT set a timer for me or something because obviously I can't do basic things. Thank you, Annette. We're gonna go next to Mr. Wu, Austin.
Hello, I'm Austin Wu. I'm a senior at Carmont High School over here in Belmont, California, and I'm going to introduce Teachable Machine. This is actually a project by Google's Creative Lab, and it allows you to build a machine learning model with minimal resources from your own side. All you need is a computer, internet access, and some images, audio files, whatever to play with, and a lot of creativity and engagement. So basically the way it works is you go to this site that I'll paste in chat. You can look into that later, but once you go to that site, it will guide you through making a machine learning model. You can teach it to recognize and distinguish between images, sounds, poses, and it's a great way to introduce machine learning and AI to people from middle school to up to high school. It's very intuitive and easy to use. And I think it's a great project to demonstrate the real world applications of AI, especially since ChatGPT, which as Annette mentioned, is very popular, can often be used to do similar things. But notably, ChatGPT doesn't work well with images. This does. So great opportunity to play around with AI, figure out how you can really investigate the nuances of machine learning and just introduce a cool concept from computer science to your students.
Awesome. Thank you, Austin. Give a round of applause right here for Coach Austin. That's I love messing with the Teachable Machine. It's so much fun. I just gotta say, it's already hard decisions. Snap with Annette, Teachable Machine with Austin. I don't envy your decision choices you're gonna have to make, people. So next up is Sarah. Let me know. You ready to go, Sarah?
I am ready to go. All right, my name is Sarah. I'm going to be teaching you a little bit more of a nuanced view to machine learning. So we will be using Python in order to kind of build the basics of machine learning, specifically how to build classifiers. So this is saying, oh, is this an apple or is this not? Does this person have heart disease or do they not? We can use this for a variety of topics, and it's honestly very scary and daunting, the idea of it. But in the end, it's kind of just like understanding statistics, I think. That's why I put that little meme there. That was one of the first memes my professor showed me when I first learned. I think it's best suited for high school students, specifically once they learn a little bit of Python, because you're basically just using a bunch of to help you out. So it's honestly really, really fun, and it's really useful. You could use it from anything, from like something basic, like figuring out if it's an apple, to, oh, will this person get their credit card approved? And it's in our daily lives. So it's excellent to learn.
That's awesome. Thank you, Sarah. Give Sarah a round of applause here. Coach Sarah. So I think Dr. M, are we good with?
Yep, we're good.
All right. So, and I just want to say thank you, Supriya, for offering to be an alternate in case we didn't have enough. So just appreciate you, Supriya. So we have listen, spoiler alerts, maybe for next time. So we have, oh, that's not the one. Dr. Bashir is going to open some breakout rooms, and let me close my screen. And you're going to have a chance to choose from, my screen is doing some weird stuff. there we go. Breakout rooms. Just do folks see the breakout rooms coming up? We're gonna have because we really have until 5 p.m. Pacific. So we're gonna put you for 40 minutes in there. Does that sound good? 40 minutes. I'll be in the main room, Dr. Bashir and myself. And if you have any questions, you step out, but you should have a option coming up soon to choose. And then if you're not able to, because I know that is tricky sometimes, if you need us to place you in a Zoom room, just let us know. And thank you again for the coaches right here. Super, super stoked about this takeover.
Yep, they are open. So if you look, if you could look where you see the breakout room options, you should be able to see the room that you want to go to. You can't see it down at your bottom bar. You might have to click the 3 dots under more, and it should pop up where it says breakout rooms. If you need our assistance, just let me know.
All right. Are we going to let the kid in play? Thank you, Dr. M. All right. We're going to let the kid in play you into the breakout rooms right now. Dr. Bashir, is that your other account, the CSTA events team, or is that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. And then I think Mr. Karuti is in a class right now, right? I think he's muted.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm handling dismissal right now.
oh, okay. Yep, you're good. Hey, what's up, Kat?
Hey, I'm just looking here. Maybe I'll join a Teachable Machine because I don't see anyone in there yet. Yeah, I think I'll do that one.
I was
Awesome.
hoping to do the Python one.
All right, I'll see you guys later.
All right, thank you, Kat. Steven was gonna do a Python one. Was there one with Python? Which one was that one again?
The third one is Python. Make decisions, machine learning is Python.
Oh, gotcha. Okay,
Oh, she's got a lot of people in there. I'm really happy about that.
nice.
This is something Sarah's been actively working on in college.
Oh,
She goes to Carnegie Mellon. I don't know if she said that.
that's so awesome.
I know. We got
Thanks
some good
for-
kids.
Thanks for doing this, Sam. We need to. I mean, shoot, I don't see why this is not the way we do it all the time.
Well,
you know?
also, I mean, there's the CS Honor Society,
Ooh,
right?
yeah.
Next month.
All right.
Well, thank you so much for this, Ed. I gotta
Yep.
go. You can trust my kids to deliver and to ask for help if they need it. And
Okay. So I wanted to ask you, and I'll ask them too. I took some screenshots of like their little Zoom picture with their slide,
Mhm.
but I would love to share that out, but I wanted to check with them first.
yeah, you should ask their permission first, but they're used to that
Yeah.
because they're BCSC members.
Okay. Awesome.
And they're used to being asked their permission. I've leaned in really hard to permission.
Yeah. All right.
Awesome. Thank you. Bye.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hey, Dr. Bashir, just a heads up. I kind of double booked myself. So like for like 30 minutes, I'm gonna have this audio, but I got accepted into this ISTE artificial intelligence team program, and they have their kickoff at 4. So I'll be here hearing, but I'm gonna mute myself so I can only hear if someone needs my help, but then I'm gonna be like listening to this this kickoff event. Is that all right?
Okay, yeah, that's perfectly fine. This has my full attention until it's done.
All right. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Welcome back. All right. Welcome back. Welcome back. So hopefully that was a good amount of time to play, and you got in, you know, some exploring with something new, and you pull up the slides. What we like to do right now is basically just share out. Like if anybody has something that they created or messed with, or just want to share out, like at least one person from each room. And then if nobody volunteers, we kind of encourage the instructor to volunteer someone to share. You know, have you heard of the better voluntold? But I think we have a good group here. Would anybody like to share out something they learned, something they got to play with, something they created? You can share screen if you want to do that.
I can start. I was in the room with Austin for the teachable machine. And it's a relatively simple process to use. And so, but you can use it. He was talking about how you can use it for a lot of different grade levels. So you can program the machine to recognize, the example was, you know, sedans versus SUVs. And so you could do a project at the high school level, but it can be at the younger grades as well, so that students start to understand, like, why is it that AI is not always correct? Well, because this is, you know, it has inputs and such. So it was great. We had a lot of good discussions too about why this is important for students to understand, so that they can see the reasons behind, like, recommendations on their Netflix and social media and such as well. So it was a great one, and it's pretty accessible. So definitely encourage all of you to check it out.
Awesome. Thank you, Coach Austin. And Coach Austin just dropped, I see he's a good recruiter. He knows what he's doing. He's like, here's my contact information. You know, he's like Nick Saban from the Alabama Roll Tide right there. Thank you, Austin. Annette or Sarah, did anyone, you have some folks in your room that maybe would like to share out?
I'll share. I was in Annette's room.
Go ahead,
Yeah,
Cindy.
on Snap. So Miss Vaughn did a great job.
I was trying to share. I was going to share my screen, but I don't think I have it up. Let's see. Come on.
Oh, it says another participant.
Okay.
Oh, it's because I'm sharing the music. Let me stop doing that.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
all right. There you go. You
Let
should
me
be
get
able to.
back. It's not letting me. Okay, I gotta keep. Let me get back to the right place.
Okay.
I am not used to doing this.
That's okay.
Share screen, yay.
Nice.
She showed us how to code this. So me and the other lady, I forget what her name was, it's in the class. Our mascot is the Bears. Her mascot is the Knights. So I used my kids' names or grandkids' names. And they're having a conversation, and they get to pick random verbs and nouns. And they have a conversation.
Mhm.
The verbs and nouns in a list somewhere?
Yes, sir. Do I come up with the verbs and the nouns, and it randomly picks what they say to each other?
I'm a little
Yeah.
rusty on Scratch. Where would the verbs and the nouns be?
This is in Snap.
Snap, sorry. Where would the verbs? I'm even more rusty with that.
That was
We actually made our own block.
Yes.
So each of these
under variables at the very bottom.
Mhm. Yeah, and you can, yeah, Miss Vaughn, if you want to like right click on them, and then you can click edit and kind of show what's inside them.
There we
That's
go.
where our list is. Yeah.
Funded. There's my nouns.
Mhm.
If it'll let me do the verbs up here.
Yep. Yeah.
And then we did, I'm sorry, we did the verbs. I told him to do it random, and then we just duplicated the nouns. So the nouns, the list for the nouns are the same.
Mhm.
So they were all it didn't let me show the second one, but both the nouns are the same.
Mhm.
But I guess we could have changed them and put other names.
Yeah, that's for another time. But
Yeah.
yeah, so that's what we made. It was kind of like a
Yeah.
conversation. So yeah, it looks pretty good.
But
That's
I mean, it was fun.
Yes, it was.
And what grades do you teach, Cindy?
I'm actually a teacher aide job coach, but I teach the computer programming,
Mm-hmm.
and I do SPED 9 through 12. And we've been doing code block with tinker.com, and they kind of be struggling, but I'm thinking we might take a break and just let them play this tomorrow, and just
Nice.
so they can kind of see how to do some of this by themselves. They do fine through the tutorials, but when it comes to doing independently, they struggle.
Mm.
So I'm hoping we can either figure out how to do this in Tinker, or I'll show them how to play with this. Because it's
That's awesome.
it's a free program, which is
Oh,
even
that's
better.
super cool.
Mhm.
Awesome. So you got something you're going to use tomorrow. That's cool.
Yes, yes.
Thank you, Annette. Thank you, Cindy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And let's see, Sarah. Did you have anyone from your group that would like to share out?
I guess I'm willing to share. I suppose I could
Alright.
share my screen as well.
Yeah.
Yay, go Daniel.
Where is the share screen button?
You have a green button down in the
Oh,
bottom
there it is.
center.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Sorry, I'm just a little rusty on all of this.
It's all good.
Sarah was really showing us stuff that was beyond my level. But it touched on a couple of things that I was really interested in. One was getting a little more experience with Python, because I'm very rusty with that as well. And using Jupyter notebooks. So I think I made my first Jupyter notebook with a blank one that Sarah shared with us, and we imported a whole bunch of libraries. And then we got a data set from Kaggle, and this one caught my eye, this city bike trip data from New York City. We unzipped it and then read the CSV value, and here is the data set. And we didn't get the chance to do anything with it yet, because that was pretty complex for us to do that much with it. But now I'm fascinated to take a look at this data set and see how we might find out what it means.
Exactly. Curiosity is always amazing.
Oh, thank you. You know what? I've heard is that Colab? Is that what that is?
Yes. Yeah, that
Oh,
was
I've-
Colab.
I've heard about that. I should have jumped in that session. I've been
Yeah, I'm excited to have the seed of ability to create Colab notebooks. Not that I really know what I'm going to do with it yet, but we've been doing a lot with data sets in my principles class, so I'm intrigued by this particular data.
Sarah, can you give like a overview of what Colab is, what you can do with it and what you've done with it?
Yeah, Google Colab is like my best friend now, actually, because you can write in any language. It's basically your own personal little notebook where you could write any code without actually messing up your own machine. But it would be running as if it were on your machine. So you could upload your files, you could upload different data sets, anything you want, and it has every library in the world that you can imagine, every CNN in the world you can imagine. anything you want to import without it actually taking storage on your computer. It all just goes to the Google, what's it called? The Google Drive storage space, but Google Colab has its own separate one, which is amazing. So yeah, you could just write some code and test it within the computer. And this could be used to analyze data sets, whether it's like basic Excel, things like fitting like a linear regression, to building your own machine learning model. Like I've used entire CNNs on there.
That's amazing. Wow, thank you for that. Very cool. Did we have anyone else that wanted to share out? Thank you, Sarah. Thank you. What's his name? Did he jump off already? And my screen right now. Very cool. Yep. So did anyone else want to share anything that they learned, or we do have a couple more minutes?
Are there any sessions like this that are planned for the future?
Yeah, we try and do two. Good question, Austin. Thank you for that. The plug, I'll pay you your money later. That was
Thank you.
right on time. Good segue. So we have our next, I'm not sure when it is, but we try and do 2 per semester. And I think the next one is like in June sometime. But I'll send an email with the follow-up date for sure to everyone that is in here. And then so we'd love for you to attend, or I mean, if you have some more cool stuff to share, we're always looking for new folks too. And if you all have friends or you wanted to share, because it seemed like you all, the students especially, are into so much cool stuff. If there's like some other rad stuff you want to share, like I want to have you back too. Take us on the advanced collab, and take us deeper into that. That would be rad. So yeah, I really appreciate you all. So I will, I want to end, I like to end with the question. So we started with the question. First of all, thank you. Can we give a round of applause to our team takeover right here? First time ever. It's not going to be the last. I'm digging it. And then we have, I want to ask, what's something, so I started with what question, with the question is, how did you play as a kid? How are you going to play this week? What's something, we need to work playtime into our lives, right? That keeps our brain creative. So what are you going to do to work some playtime into your lives this week? And I'm going to play with my nephews. I like to draw with my nephews. I do chalk art with my nephews. So I'm going to get on the floor and draw with my nephews. One is 3, one is 6. And that drawing is like my playtime for me, and sketching and telling stories and stuff like that. So feel free to share in the chat or unmute.
So I'm playing right now with codingquest.io. Coming from a computer development background, there's a thing that's been going on for a few years called Advent of Code, which is just a fun day-by-day coding puzzle. And it's not very friendly for educators. They haven't been very responsive to me saying, hey, a lot of this stuff would go well in the classroom. Somebody started up a similar project, and it's running right now. It is designed for kids approaching AP status. And let's see, I think I have just a neat puzzle-based thing you can find at codingquest.io. A little bit of a disadvantage because they launched the puzzles at like 3 or 4 in the morning my time, but it's set up so that you register a school, and then your students can register and compete against each other on a leaderboard for solving the problems. It's a 2-week thing and escalating difficulty of problems. So it's just a fun thing for them to test their skills against each other.
That's cool. That's awesome. Thank you, Stephen. Yeah, anybody else? I see Cindy's gonna do some is it Cricut? Cricut, is that what it's called? Right? With the machines.
Yeah,
And then we
Cricut designs.
Cricut. Yeah.
My
that's fun.
grandkids are an hour and a half away, so we played with them last weekend.
Oh, that's nice. Board games while you with the kids did you babysit? That's awesome, isn't it?
Yep. Board games are my saving grace.
Yeah. Which ones? What are your favorite ones? You gotta.
Well, I babysat on Saturday and they were obsessed with the Game of Life. So I might bring that back because they wanted to play another round. And
Nice.
yeah, that one's a top-notch game.
Hey, I know that one. That's awesome. The classics are still good. That's good to know.
Yep.
After
Yep.
this, I will be going to my friends' places because they're all about to leave for spring break, and we are going to have a group Tetris competition, and I'm gonna dominate it because I'm a Tetris girl, ride or die. Like Tetris has always been the one.
Did you say Tetris?
Yes,
Hey.
I
I
also
used to-
play Tetris.
I used to be top of my state for Tetris. Don't play with me, Austin.
Oh, Jesus, and throw it.
Well, I'm top 6% global, so I thought I
Ooh.
was good, but you might be better than me.
I think we should have a one-on-one fight.
We should.
Oh,
Feel free to message me on Discord. You have me added.
I will.
man.
Oh my God, yes, thank you.
So, did you know there's a Tetris movie coming out about the history of Tetris with
Yeah, I heard
the
about
guy
that.
the guy that played Elton John, and he was in the what's that action movie? Anyways, Tetris movie. It's just called Tetris. It's like that's awesome.
I'm so excited. I love watching documentaries.
Yeah, it looks so awesome. Like, but that's cool. That makes me so happy that you all are playing Tetris. All right, Dr. Bashir's got some Monster Jam trucks with his son and singing Encanto with your daughter. I love it. That's all right. Well, this is our official closeout song. It has nothing to do with house party, but this is the way I like to close the Zoom. I want to say bye to everybody. Have a good evening playing Tetris and dominating.
Yeah.
Take it
you so
easy
much,
on
Bob.
those people. You're welcome, Austin. Take it easy on your friend Sarah.
Thank you.
You should tell Sarah to take it easy on me.
Yeah.
Bye. Have a nice week.
Great.
Bye.
Thank you. I hope all of you guys have a great life and everything.